morning, everyone. I hope you guys all had a good night. Just a quick reminder, you should have your packet by now, packet 6 and 7. If you don't have your packet, you need to go to Tubman as soon as possible and pick up your new packet because we're going to start on week 6 on Monday. So if you don't have your new packet, you won't be able to follow along with our lessons. You need to make sure that you have it. All right, let's get started. Today's lesson isn't too tricky. Yesterday's lesson was a long one, so this one is a little bit easier. So let's take a look. So we are going to be able to use tape diagrams and a number line to find equivalent fractions. So we're sort of building on everything that we've learned before. We've already done equivalent fractions on a tape diagram. Now we're moving on to the number line. And I'm sure you guys are going to remember this lesson from when we did it in class. So let's take a look at this first one. It says, label each number line with the fractions shown on the tape diagram. Circle the fraction that labels the point on the number line. Also name the shaded part of the tape diagram. So all it's saying is you have this tape diagram. You can see that the fraction represented by the tape diagram is 1/2. So underneath it, they drew a number line that's decomposed into a half. So from 0 to 1/2 to 1 whole. And 1/2 is circled because half of the tape diagram is circled. Now down here, they have a tape diagram that's the same size, but this time it's decomposed into fourths. So we decompose the number line into fourths. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 1 whole. 2/4 is circled because 2/4 of the tape diagram is shaded. And we can show this also with multiplication. So we're showing that 2/4 is equivalent to 1/2. They're the same amount because they land the same point on the number line. 1/2 times 2/2 is 2/4. So the next one, it says, let me just move this up a little bit. Partition the number line from 0 to 1 into thirds. So let's think about that part first. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover everything else. So the first thing that they did was they decomposed it into thirds. Uh-oh, my battery is running low. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right, so we have 0 thirds, 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky, so pay close attention. It says decompose 2/3 into 4 equal lengths. So we're taking everything that goes from 0 to 2/3 and we're decomposing it into 4 equal pieces. So we're talking about, no, hold on. This amount here. We're taking all of this and we're decomposing it into 4. Before, it was just in 2 pieces. So to decompose it into 4, what they did was they drew 2 more lines in between each section. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. And they kept doing that for the last section too. So what we have now is sixths. 0/6, 1/6, 2/6. Now 2/6 is equivalent to 1/3 because they're underneath each other. 3/6, which is equivalent to 1/2. There's the halfway point. 2/3 is equal to 4/6, 5/6, 6/6, which is the same as 1 whole. So I'm going to go over that again. I'm going to read this part. To decompose 2/3 into 4 equal parts, each unit is partitioned into 2. So that's this line here. To name the new smaller units, you decompose each third. Thirds become sixths. So here we can show the multiplication sentence. 2/3 times 2/2. We're multiplying times 2/2 because we split each third into 2 pieces. And we split 2/3 into 4 pieces. And that equals 4/6. And if we're going to go backwards, we would divide by 2, and that would get us 2/3. So if we had 4/6 and we wanted to show that it's equal to 2/3, we would go 4/6 divided by 2/2 is 2/3. Okay, let's try this together. So get out your packets. You should all be on this page with me. So it says, label the number line with the fraction shown on the tape diagram. Circle the fraction that labels the point on the number line that also names the shaded part on the diagram. So it's decomposed into fourths. So we're going to fill it in. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4. 1/4 is shaded, so it's circled. All right, that was it for this one. Partition the number line from 0 to 1 into fifths. So that's what we're going to do first. So we have 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, and 5/5. Decompose 2/5 into 4 equal lengths. So what we're doing is we're taking everything from 0 to 2/5 and splitting it into 4 pieces. So we're taking this section here and we're breaking it down into 4 equal pieces. Right now it's in 2 pieces. So to make it into 4 pieces, we just decompose it like that. And if we're going to do that to the rest of the number line, we would keep going. So now, instead of having fifths, we have tenths. So 0/5, this is 1/10. This is 2/10. This is 3/10. 4/10. 5/10. 5/10, which is equal to a half. 6/10. 7/10. 8/10. 9/10. 10/10. All right. Last but not least, we're going to show the multiplication. So 2/5 here on the number line, we can see that 2/5 is equivalent to 4/10. Now we're going to show it using multiplication. 2/5 times 2/2 is 4/10. And if we go the opposite way, 4/10 divided by 2/2, that is 2/5. All right, give your problem set a try. Remember, we have class again at 2 o'clock today. It will be with me, so bring your packets and your problem set, and we'll go over this. All right, good job, you guys. I'll see you later this afternoon.